Same to you. This team, it really is mentally right now playing with a sense of urgency. It's in their heads, isn't it? They're on the bubble.
Well, I mean, we don't talk about that a whole lot. I think there is definitely a sense of urgency in making a push towards the tournament. I think this team has an expectation of being in the tournament, not a, we hope we make the tournament. We feel like we have the talent to be in the tournament and that we got to just be playing our best volleyball down the stretch in these next 5 matches. Going in, we were saying 6 matches and peaking come tournament time. So I think our team has bought into that, and I think we're in the right progression right now to do that.
Do you guys feel like you're finally hitting your stride at this point in the season? You know, you had some bumps along the way, some good matches, and then some tough road losses. So at this point in the season, are things clicking?
Well, I think the key for this team is consistency. So I thought tonight we were clicking, and it was a good step in the right direction, but until we do that match after match after match, that's going to be the sign of when we're clicking. And we won't be able to tell that for the next 5 matches. I think going into the tournament, that's what we hope we're saying, is that we're clicking and peaking at the right time. But, you know, we just came off of 2 losses. So 1 match isn't enough to say that we've turned the corner, so to speak.
What, going into this, did you feel like Portland State was what was the biggest challenge going up against them that they were going to be able to, you were going to have to conquer to get momentum on it?
Well, Portland State is well coached, so I knew tactically they would be very well prepared to attack our weaknesses. And I thought they tipped a lot at our setter to try and make us play out-of-system balls and take her out of setting when she's taken the first contact, and they did that early on, and I thought it disrupted our rhythm a little bit, and that was effective. We knew they would serve us aggressive, and I thought in the first set we kind of took a step back and we're running our offense from 15 feet off the net, and then we kind of took that challenge and in sets 2 and 3 passed much better. So those are some things that we talked about going into the match, is we've got to battle them in the passing lanes, and we even bribed our team that if we pass well tonight, we'll have dessert on the road. I mean, it was that important to the match that we passed well.
You would take dessert away from them?
Well, we usually don't get dessert, right? We're athletes. We got to be in good shape, but we bribed them with that because it was that important, and so we may use that more often. We'll pull that out of our pocket as coaches,
weekend, right?
Because it worked. We definitely passed very well tonight.
Okay. And I noticed in all 3 sets, and I don't know, I'd have to go back, but I don't know if you've done this in a match consistently. I don't know, I try to break down a set in segments, and 17 points from 17 to 25 is so crucial. And I think in all 3 sets tonight, your kids from 17 to 25 really controlled the ball, controlled the scoring, controlled the tempo, stayed in system during that, we'll call it the last 8 points of the match, which is a crucial time. Has that been a problem or something that you think about, or?
Well, we usually talk about it being from 18 on, but yeah, it's certainly when you want to be at your best, and sometimes that's a matchup, and I liked our matchup tonight, and so each time we got to about that point, 18-18, I thought our rotations were in a good spot, relative to their rotations to finish the match. So I liked our matchup tonight. Sometimes it's just about having your best player come to the front row at that time, and I thought that was a factor in our Northern Arizona loss, is that their best player came to the front row right when we needed to make that push. So there's a lot of factors. It kind of depends on the match, that at 18-18, what in that match is going to make the difference for your team to make the push. And I thought tonight it was a matchup with our rotations.
Talk about the development and the advancement of Emily ONeill. As tall as she is, I asked her about her vertical leap, and it creates a little bit of a challenge, because for her to be totally effective, she needs to hit the ball at the height of her jump. And man, when that happens, it's like, that's hard to stop.
Yeah.
It's so almost straight down.
Yeah, she has a high contact point and uses her size well. I think the next step in her development is the quick twitch, the speed, and that's coming. I'm glad we redshirted her, and we'll have her for 3.5 more years, because she's really made huge strides in just this past year, and especially in the spring of her redshirt freshman year, where we're going to see big things out of that kid as she continues to gain strength and a little bit of speed from Zach in the weight room. He will definitely develop that in her. That is, in the next year or 2, she's going to be almost unstoppable.
Is Kitty Champion injured, ill?
She is. She's injured, so wasn't able to go tonight. We're hoping that she'll be able to go next weekend, but that'll be a kind of a game time decision. But she's definitely out for Saturday. It's a back injury.
Oh, okay.
The same
Kind of,
same
yeah.
thing she's dealt with her whole career, unfortunately.
Wow. That's hard to deal with.
Yeah.
I don't know anything more if anybody else does it.
Going on the road, what are you expecting?
North Dakota will be good. We played them only 2 weeks ago, so that's a short turnaround. I think the team that lost the first time has the advantage going in the second time because they can make adjustments. That mental thing, regardless of what coaches say, it's in the back of your mind that we swept them, and it's hard to kind of gear up for that match. But logically, we know they're going to be playing at a much higher level than they did 2 weeks ago. They're healthier in some positions, and we got to be ready to play a high-level match on their home court.
Every match is a must-win from here on? I mean,
Pretty
girls talk
close.
about winning out.
Pretty close. I mean, our goal is to win out, and we've certainly talked about that as a team, but I don't think that's absolutely necessary to be in the tournament.
Yeah,
It's too early to tell yet, but it'll put us in a good seed if we can win out.